Time now for Hawk Zone, sponsored by Muckleshoot Casino.
Welcome back. Well, it was not the trip to Cincinnati that the Seahawks were hoping for, falling to the Bengals 17-13 yesterday. But Terry Hollimon is joining me now in the Hawk Zone to break it all down. So it wasn't pretty, but let's just get into it. Geno Smith, not his best day, even though he had a lot of yards.
Yeah, Geno threw for over 300 yards, which for any quarterback in any league, anywhere, is usually pretty good enough to get you a W. But unfortunately for Geno, he wasn't able to secure a win for the Hawks. He threw a couple of interceptions, which were really costly for the team yesterday, which is unfortunate because he's only had one pick all season. And yesterday he threw for two. He got sacked a lot. And, I think a lot of the problems still stem from things that are happening up front on the offensive line.
Yeah.
There's still some inconsistency there, some guys that have been hurt, getting a couple of guys back. So it's just a little hodgepodge, and they're trying to get it together.
Okay, it's all right. It's all right. Okay, so let's talk about Bengals quarterback Joe Burrows. Great start for him, but the Seahawks defense gave him trouble in the second half.
Yeah, they did. He started off, and he was on fire. Yeah. He has a really good wide receiver, young wide receiver, so he had a lot of yards in the first half. At one point, he had 15 consecutive completions, and the Seahawks defense looked like they were having trouble. Second half, though, they shut him down.
Yeah.
He only ended up having 214 yards total, the entire team, at the end of the game, again, which normally is good enough for a win. Unfortunately for the Seahawks, we had some issues with penalties and turnovers ourselves, so we weren't able to capitalize and get the W. But I will say this, it was, again, a very good game against a very qualified opponent in the Bengals. They were a team that was in the Super Bowl within the last 3 years, and so the Seahawks did pretty good on the road.
Yeah, on the road.
On the road in a very hostile environment.
I mean, it's not like they lost to the Browns or anything.
Oh, yeah, there's that. Yeah. It was same state, different team.
I mean, all right, so the Seahawks still have a chance to win at the very end to seal the deal, but that did not happen.
It didn't happen. And again, it goes back to the problem I think they were having up front. Geno was feeling a lot of pressure all day long. He was getting hit. He was getting pressured. He was getting sacked. They did have a chance to go down the field, and they got into the red zone and had an opportunity to score. Unfortunately, Geno, at the end of the game, held on to the ball. And again, that was one of the issues that he was having all day long, holding on to the ball just a little bit too long. Wasn't able to score. They weren't able to capitalize in the red zone, which has been an Achilles heel for this team all season long. And for those of you that don't know, the red zone is 20 yards in, and they were just having a little trouble scoring touchdowns from 20 yards in.
Are you saying that to me?
No, I wasn't saying that to you. I mean, there may be anybody out there who might just not know all the intricacies.
I mean, I actually enjoy watching the red zone on ESPN because it's all where all the action is.
Right.
So I know that.
I had somebody ask me, I'm not going to say who, when I said the red zone, they're like, why isn't it red? Like, they were looking for the color red on the field. It doesn't happen like that.
It wasn't me.
And it wasn't Amity.
It wasn't me. I just want to be clear about that. It wasn't me.
Yeah.
All right, so they have been having trouble in the red zone. What do you think is happening overall there?
Well, there's probably a couple things. The red zone, things really compress and get tight down there, where you have the rest of the field to work with. Wide receivers can make moves, make adjustments or whatever. Within the red zone, you only have so much space until you run out of the end zone, right?
Yeah.
So defenses are able to really contain things and see where you're going with the receivers and stuff like that. So that's one of the main problems.
It's like converging on that area is a problem.
It's tough.
So we talked about the defense and how they couldn't stop Cincinnati in the first half, got better in the second. Were you impressed by anyone in particular? Who was the player of the game for you?
If I had to pick I wouldn't pick a player. I'd pick the defense. I think the Seahawks defense is playing so well right now. They played well enough to win. Like I said, there just were some things that happened, but you look at the effort that was out there, it was there. The sacks were there. The pressures were there. The defensive secondary were covering their receivers very well. So the entire defense played good as a whole. Jaron Reed, Witherspoon, Reek Woolen, they were all very good.
All right. So they're back at home next week against their division rivals, the Arizona Cardinals.
Yes.
What do we need to know about these birds?
These old birds are not doing very well right now. They're facing a lot of turmoil, animosity, and everything that's in their system right now. Quarterback problems. A lot of guys are injured. Buda Baker, their star safety, has been out. They think they'll have him back, but this is a team that's on the ropes right now. So hopefully the Seahawks will be able to get a W this weekend. They'll be back here at Lumen Field, be loud and crazy. We want everybody out there.
Yeah. Everybody get out there.
Get out there.
All right. Speaking of everybody being out there, I want to talk about something else because I don't want to leave on a disappointing note. This game over the weekend, the 36-33 win over the Oregon Ducks. You were at the game with some celebrities, too.
Yeah, I got a chance to meet a couple of them. You remember? Everybody knows my boy Lawyer Malloy, their Super Bowl champion. But Cedric the Entertainer was in the house.
Wow.
Kings of Comedy and Anthony Anderson. You know him from Blackish and a number of different movies. He actually started one of my favorite movies of all time, Life. But anyways, yeah, these guys were in the house. Joel McHale, Seattle legend, was there as well. So a lot of fun. Everybody wanted to see the dogs get that W.
It's looked good. There was feathers flying.
Feathers were flying. The dogs won. Look, my guy Michael Penix Jr., the quarterback, he is the leading candidate for Heisman right there. Check him out, Michael Penix. You see him. You see him. You see him. Had to give it to you.
Best Hawk Zone ever, ladies and gentlemen. And this segment was sponsored by our friends at the Muckleshoot Casino. Hey, listen, go experience the rock genius of Blue Oyster Cult. More cowbell, please. Don't fear the reaper. Tuesday, December 5th at the Muckleshoot Casino Event Center. The heavy metal pioneers have been thrilling hard rock fans worldwide for more than 5 decades. Now is your chance to go see them. So visit the website on your screen for ticket info. Going to be a great show.